Anyway, let me elaborate on that. So everything's all happy and everything, and it's Sakura's birthday. So Gaara talks about his mom's garden because if he doesn't have his mom, and it's actually for the same reason in the show. Um, and what happens is Sakura and Gaara go to his mom's garden. She wants to go to his garden. I mean, it's her birthday. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to a garden on their birthday? I honestly don't. I wouldn't want to go. I would and I wouldn't want to go to a garden. It's romantic, but I'd rather be gaming. Anyway, if you can't tell. Um. Anyway, so they go to the garden, and as they're relaxing there and everything, Sakura's father shows up, and he because Gaara and the others obviously kidnapped her from the beginning of the damn story. Um, her father has a gun and is pointing at Gaara, and basically threatens him and is about to shoot his brains out. Now Naruto, being a hero in this case, comes into the scene and rescues them both, except Gaara and Sakura's father, if I remember, are fighting over the gun, and Sakura is trying to make her father not shoot Gaara or anything. Um, and Naruto, being the stupid idiot, obviously, shoots her father in the head. There goes the father. Um, but successfully, I think, if I remember correctly, her father shoots Gaara, and so he's out. No, wait. Father shoots Gaara. Naruto shoots the father in the head. Pop. Okay. That Gaara's down injured, and the father is just blown out of proportion. Anyway, they're trying. They're all rushing to help Gaara, and they're getting to the hospital, and it it gets into that's the sad part because there's a part where it's like a flashback, and there's a small flashback, and Gaara is reaching out for Sakura, which in a way, in my opinion, I have to say it is sweet. It is sweet. I mean, those two have been together for since she honestly got kidnapped again. Back to the kidnapping, where you think it was a bad, it starts out bad music, it's going good, but no, it's still bad. Okay, anyway, those two being together, he's in the hospital, and she's they're next to Gaara, hoping he makes it through and everything, because he has a bullet wound in him, obviously, and he thankfully he comes back to life, and Sakura is there, crying her eyes out, um, happy that he's alive, and one of the nurses at that time, and I find it kind of funny. The time that they're all talking to Gaara and making sure he's okay and everything, their picture comes up right on the screen of the TV. So the nurses look at the guys, and then she looks at the TV, looks back at the guys, okay, looks back like a million times at them to try and figure out, hey, aren't those guys on the TV right here? And then she's flipping out, and Gaara's like, okay, we need to get the fuck out of here. Okay. And as they're getting the fuck out of there, they get split up and they're getting lost and everything. Naruto's with Gaara and Sakura, and they enter being the funny scene. They enter they enter a surgery room, not knowing it was a surgery room. And they changed it to doctor's cloaks so they wouldn't be recognized. Unfortunately, they got right as being doctors, and the head of foot surgery, Gaara or Naruto has to conduct foot surgery on a patient. And then God, Sakura trying to get those guys and them out of the situation pretends she's pregnant and is pretending she is in labor. And apparently Gaara's the father of the baby, and Naruto is just Gaara's ugly ass son. And there's just an argument going back, and they're leaving the room trying to get the fuck out of there, in which it works, thankfully. Anyway, um, as they get out of there, Gaara's still injured, and well, they get out of there in one piece, and they're trying to get back to the safe house and everything. they manage to make their way back to the safe house, in which Sasuke and Neji are found eating food or doing something of their normal selves. And as they get back, the guys in Sakura explain what happened, and for some reason they're all happy she gets pregnant. But even though it was a joke, it's like one of those what the fuck moments. And anyway, so um, as they're um as they're chilling and everything, the police had found their hideout. So they're trying, as they figure out the police are there, they're trying to scramble up all their shit and money and all their belongings into the van and everything, and trying to get on a train as fast as they can to another part of a city, to a different city and everything. Unfortunately, Sasuke, no, Sakura, misses the train and is held back. Gaara, on the other hand, which I find douchey, a very douche move, for him not to go after her. Gaara and the others stay on the train and go to the next safe house, wherever the fuck it is. Anyway, um, Sakura being on her own in the middle of the city in whatever clothes she has, and has no money or anything. So she's wandering around trying to find a place to go, and she finds the next character in the story, Deidara, who starts off nice, and he helps Sakura because obviously she doesn't know what to do, what the fuck she's supposed to do, yada yada yada, and so they go to I think he has a hotel or some kind of room or anything. So after that, they go to a club in which she can't have alcohol. Obviously, she's underage. She's underage and she doesn't drink or whatever reason. Um, so she orders a Coke and everything. And as she goes off trying to find Deidara in the club because he had to leave her to go find someone or do something, whatever he had to do, it doesn't say. Um, she thought she sees him, so she's going through the club. She's going through the club trying to find Deidara, and her Coke gets drugged. And she doesn't know it until she comes back. She downs it, and she's trying to get the fuck out of the club and everything because she doesn't feel good. Duh, bitch. It's called a drug. Um, her being drugged, passes out, and she apparently, I think, Deidara comes, and finds her. And no, doesn't he doesn't find her, but she wakes up in a brothel. Unfortunately, that is the worst place you do. I wouldn't know, but you do not want to wake up in a brothel because she was turned into a prostitute. In which, her not knowing what the fuck is going on, she was put in a room with another guy who we don't even know who the fuck he is. He's just some random dude that's there to fuck her brains out. Plans ruined though. She breaks his nose. Yay. Um, Anyway, she breaks his nose, and the next thing, the owner of the brothel loses $15,000. I actually thought that was very funny, even though it's it's business, but whatever, it's still hilarious. Um, he explains that she has no freedom. Her freedom and everything was taken away. She's a prostitute now, and he said because she's so feisty and everything, he's not gonna make any money off of her. In comes the next character, Sasori, who we find out throughout the story is Gaara's older brother, and he goes after Sakura. He's very violent. He's perverted. He's perverted in the brain. I swear to God, he's some kind of fucking obsession with her, in which, it's bad. Anyway, um, he wants her prepared and delivered to him and everything, and he obviously Sakura's a virgin, so as she's being prepared, she's brought there in literally nothing. She's struck naked, delivered to Sasori, and she tries beating him senseless and everything. Fails, unfortunately. She does find out when she was delivered to Sasori that Deidara. No, wait, not Deidara. That's not the part. She beats she as she's delivered to Sasori. He tries to make a move on her. She hits him over the head with a fucking lamp. Yay. Um, leaves, thankfully. I think, God, his mates were sluts. Anyway, she leaves after clubbing him with a lamp, and Datara finds her. And so, Datara is trying to spruce her up and everything, trying to make her feel better and everything because of what happened. And he apparently abandoned her at the club, even though she's the one that left. Um, and what happens is he brings her back to a hotel room or something, and Sasori's there, and apparently Datara is um one of Sasori's not clients, but Sasori's one of his clients. I think it's either way. One of them got paid anyway. Sasori gets Sakura. Datara was supposed to deliver Sakura to Sasori, and in that scene, he Datara leaves, and um Sasori is attempting to rape Sakura. Is at that point where he's like almost there. He's almost there. He's right there, and then busts in Gaara. Gaara comes to save her, and you find out a lot more about Gaara's past and what happened to his mother when Sasori explains everything. And basically, apparently we find out in the battle between Sasori versus Gaara, between the two brothers, that not only is Sasori a bad fighter, but he's bad at dodging shit too. Because throughout the story, he gets stabbed by Gaara like twice, I think. Yeah, so Gaara stabs Sasori and gets Sakura the fuck out of there into their safe house, which we find out apparently is Neji's old mother's house. Mother's old house. There we go. Sorry. Um, in which they're all happy to see her and make sure she's okay and everything. And as it's just one big freaking happy moment. You can't ruin a happy moment, but then you go back and you see all the shit that Sakura dealt with, and then you go back further and you just realize, this wouldn't happen if she didn't get fucking kidnapped. Damn boys need to learn how to. I'm sorry. Rage moment. Okay. Anyway, so as they're having their happy reunion, not Datara, Sakura goes up to the bathroom to get changed and everything. And in the room is Datara. And she's pissed off. She's pissed off because Datara betrayed her and all that shit because of Sasori. I wouldn't blame her at all. Literally at all. Anyway, so with Sakura being pissed at Datara is pissed at her because he lost money. One of them lost money. I think no, Datara was the one that lost the money because he needed the money for something. So basically, Datara is pissed at Sakura. He hurts her, and she's defending herself and kills him. Even though she didn't mean to, he died. He died. I I don't know whether to say that's a good thing towards the one that betrayed her or a bad thing because she's now considered a murderer. But either way, she's still alive. He's dead. It's a hard call. Give me a message on or comment on what you think in that situation. Do you think it's a good or a bad thing that Datara died in that case? Anyway, um, in that after Datara dies and everything, she's trying to cover up, not cover up, but she's trying to get the guys are down in the living room watching their videos and stuff, and apparently Sasori got in the house. And Sakura is trying to hide from Sasori and everything because he's pissed off his ass and he's still trying to rape Sakura. And she's hiding in closets. Gets away from Sasori, and then Sasori gets to Sakura, pins her down on the bed, and in comes Gaara again. The two have their bout. And again, Sasori gets stabbed by Gaara. I swear to God, Sasori is not a good fighter, and yet in the show, which is so sad, he loses to Sakura and his old grandmother. Anyway, which I find really retarded. Anyway, Sasori gets stabbed by Gaara, and gotta get Sakura the hell out of there. Sasori's still alive. I still don't get why they don't kill Sasori just like Deidara died. Apparently in the end, when they're going into the bathroom, they just find a lot of blood and not Deidara's body. Apparently Deidara's body just disappeared off the face of the earth unless Sasori just like threw him out the window. Yep, let's take the entire body, chuck it out the window. Good enough for me. I feel bad for whoever saw that body. I want. I'd rather not say that. Okay, comment like off screen about Deidara possibly being hi. Anyway, so after Sasori and Deidara are out of the picture for good in the story, um, apparently Sakura and Gaara are having their moment where Gaara is making sure that Sakura is okay and everything, and it's one of those happy moments again. But then you look back at the past on what all this shit happened, on all the shit that's happened. Anyway, Sakura and Gaara have their moment and fuck each other's brains out. The next morning, Gaara is nowhere to be seen. I think so I guess somewhere making breakfast or doing whatever guys do in the morning, taking a piss, doing whatever after having sex and waking up in the morning. Anyway, sorry. Um, Sakura finds out she is pregnant and goes and flips shit on all the guys, especially Gaara because he's the father. He didn't. Bad boy, now father. But later on in the story, at the end, Gaara uses up all their money just to get Sakura a wedding ring, and in the end, they get married. They have their baby, and there's a part in the end to figure out what happened to the rest of the guys. You have to literally read the end of the story, in which I do recommend the story to all of you who like the Gaara Sakura pairings and adventure, romance, and the fact that Sasori in the story should just go Sasori should have just died alongside Deidara, who both of them are perverted douchebags. Yep. Okay. So basically, after that initial review of the story Kidnapped, I hope you guys enjoyed it and give me your comments and share the video and tell me if there's any stories you want me to review. I review any stories on fanfiction.net from almost any anime. I'll take a look at the anime and look at the writing and see what's going on. Give you my review on it if it's worth it. If not if it's worth it. I'll try and get something up on that story. Anyway, if you have any requests for me, send me a message, comment below. Read the story. The link is below. Have a good night. Later.